Yoski, what's good, bro? So, I got this window open because it's hot as hell. But as I was in the sauna today and as I was at work, I was really thinking about this shit today, bro. It just fell on my mind heavy. I realized how much this shit really changed my perspective. Like, when they talk about an eye-opening experience, like, this was that for me. Um, it just kind of exposed a lot to me. Like, because of this, a lot of shit in my life really changed, bro. And it's crazy. So go ahead and jump into it. So boom, it's my partner's birthday coming up. It's September. This 2 years ago, 2021. His birthday coming up. He called me like, Quan, man, I think I want to throw a party for my birthday. I'm like, yeah. He like, shit. I want to. He like, I want to have buku people in that bitch, like a real. He always say Project X type shit. Every time we talk about a party to this day, like, man, we got to do some Project X type shit. He like, man, I really want to have a dumbass party. I'm like, bet. Like, what's up? How you gonna do that bitch? So he like, man. So this dude, the dude we went to school with, I know his name, but it don't matter what his name is. It's the only time I'm gonna talk about it. And they got another girl we went to school with as well, but don't make sense to even say her name. So he like, man, they birthdays is the same days as mine. So one was like the Friday, one was the Saturday, one was the Sunday. He like, man, all three of us gonna put our party together and we gonna promote it. We gonna put us on the flyer so everybody we know will see it and won't come. We gonna try to make it as big as we can. I'm like, that's smart, man. He say, then on top of that, I've been out here kicking it with this dude named, I'm gonna just call him Pig, and he a party promoter. So what he mean by out here, he had been going back and forth to Hammond, Louisiana, to this college, Southeastern. I don't really know why. He said he was just trying to get his college experience that he never had. He didn't go to college, but he was out there trying to go to all the parties, meet all the folks, whatever. So I'm like, do your thing. So he like, man, these people out here, bro, like, I've been telling everybody out here that this party is coming up, and I know this bitch gonna turn out nice. So I met this dude out here. He a party promoter, and I'm gonna get him to put himself on a flyer so everybody could see him. He gonna put in his group because they had a group message. He showed me the group message, and all these people gonna start sending it out, and they gonna make that bitch even more dumber. He like, man, this bitch really finna be Project X for real. So I'm like, man, bet. So he know I don't do parties, man. I just never been the type. Like, it just too many unpredictable shit. I like controlling as much as I can control. And just that, you never know what's going to happen, where, at what point, with who. You dig what I'm saying? Parties be fair game. You know, niggas go to party just to be on dumb shit. So the fact that I got to trust that everybody that I know is enough for me not to want to go, but that these niggas know, she know, he know, man. But I'm like, it's my dog's birthday. I'm going to go. So I don't even complain about it. I don't say shit about it. So party day come. So me, the dude, his name Tyree, that's his party. I've been knowing dude since 4th grade, my dog, my day one. So I also got another best friend. He live in a different side of town. Met him in a different point in my life. Knew him since 3rd grade. 3rd grade, his name Roy. I could say his name. I met him in 3rd grade. Then I moved in 4th and 5th grade to the side of town with Tyree. Me and Tyree kicked it. We was standing at each other's crib, cooling, kicking it, whatever. On this side of town is the crime and the bullshit is 0 compared to over here is like 100. So with Roy, we got into just stupid shit for no reason, like bad shit, being bad kids. And after 4th and 5th grade, I moved back over here for middle school and 9th grade. So this is another part of my life where I'm developing. So, you know, just our connection just kind of grew because we growing up together. So we, at this point, we fighting each other. We fighting other people. Like, we seeing what the world really is. Just getting a taste of real world type shit, bro. And then we in a bad part of town. Like, bad city. Like, a lot of fuck shit going on. So, say I like to say, just me and this is my dog. So, you know, we talk about this party shit. We know it could be crazy shit going or whatever like that, but, you know, we don't stress it. It is what it is. Like, you know, it come with it. At the end of the day, you got to take that risk when you go anywhere in life. So we understand this. So we pull up to the party. It's me, Roy, his cousin, Fred. I met Fred through Roy. Me and him got cool. We was close. We was like this, the same as me and Roy. Like, they lived together. So everything we did was all three of us together. Anytime I was with Roy, Fred was there. That's just what it was. And, you know, we all the same age. Dude cool as a bitch. I talk to dude to this day. So, we got another dude named Thomas. I ain't gonna say his real name. I'm just calling him Thomas. So, boom. I'm driving, pull up to the party, get out the car. As I'm walking up to the party, it's an apartment. So, you know, it got a long sidewalk. It got a little walkway. The left is the stairs, and then the girl who the party and the apartment was for, her apartment was behind the stairs type shit. So on the sidewalk, it's got people, but they got parking spots in front of the sidewalk. Around the walkway, they got people. And I could see, like, the first step. I see some people sitting on the step. But the closest person to me walking up, not even walking to me, but just walking in my direction, is Tariq brother. So we call them brothers. They say they brothers, they cousins, but they grew up together, slept in the same house, slept in the same bed. Like, they first cousin, like, they look the same hairstyle, like, they brothers. So he come out, he got 2 guns, one on his right, one on his left. Both of them bitches pulling his pants down. He just walking with his hands over his like belt, trying to hold this shit up. So he got a straight face. He not mad. He not coming out glad. Like, he just got a straight face. I'm like, you straight, son? He like, man, I'm good, bro. You know, I'm finna strike, though. I'm like, yeah? He like, yeah, man, I'm finna go do something. I'm like, bet, go take care of your business. So he one nigga that every time we leave you, he gonna say, I love you, boy. Be safe. Be careful. I love you too, cuz. Bet. So he strike out. Going up to the apartment, like I said, I see these people, they standing outside. Whatever, I walk through them, I'm going to the apartment. I didn't know where it was, but, you know, I'm just following the people. So I walk in. First thing I see, I just analyze this shit. I'm looking just people just everywhere in the apartment, bro. So then I'm trying to locate a familiar face, and I see my dog, Tariq, on the right. I'm like, man, happy birthday, my brother. He like, appreciate you. He like, man, y'all boys get something to drink. So he had this Henny Punch shit. His mama make it. It's like some good ass shit. I tasted it. I never had it before. It's like a green shamrock type of Lucky Charm looking color. So I tasted that shit good, but based on my analysis and just like, you walk somewhere and you feel me knowing what can happen, I'm like, I'm not drinking or smoking tonight. I make that commitment to myself off the muscle. So after I take that sip, I'm like, yeah, that's all I need. So I ended up giving my whole cup to my dogs. They each had their own cup, but after they finished drinking their shit, I poured all their shit in mine. I mean, all my shit into theirs because I wasn't drinking. So we just vibing, kicking it, you know. I'm noticing the drink kicking in on them. You know, when you sober, people drunk, you notice and you know it. So about 20, 30 minutes go by, and, you know, more people start coming inside. They start playing music. So now everybody just turned to the music type shit. My dog, Tariq, I look at him, he turned all the way to the left. Me and my partners I came with, we in like the backmost corner of the apartment. Like, and they got a little a door to get to the patio right next to us. You know, we got a way out, you know, nobody behind us. We can watch everything. And it's just some shit that we're going to naturally do. We're not going to talk about it in the plan. You know, you just making sure you straight. So first thing that just fucks with the tension in the room. So a dude to the right of me, he just bucking. You could tell he off the drink, bad as a bitch. So my dogs, they, you know, they not bucking, but they, you know, when you feeling good and the song you like, come on, you waving your hand, you know, you talking, you like, yeah, bucking your dog up type shit. So dude to the right, he just over bucking, like he up and down, like shirt in his hand, waving it up and down, like he bobbing his head up and down. He stands out. So I just immediately like notice him, like, okay, cool. Wherever he at, I need to be away from, because, you know, I know what happens with drunk niggas. Niggas mad, you jumping on niggas' shoes. I know what happens. But it's so packed in this bitch, I really can't go nowhere. So I move over, let this nigga just steadily doing what he doing. I'm not watching him, but he in my peripheral, and I'm just making sure if anybody look at him or he bounce into somebody and bounce off of him and look at him like this, I know somebody feel played by how you just ran into him and he finna say something. He's drunk. His confidence is at an all-time high. So, and it's that Henny Punch. The hen dog, you know how niggas get off that Hennessy. So, yeah, he in that bitch. Nothing happens. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, wind it down. the party's not over, but people are starting to leave, and people are starting to leave from out of the apartment. Like, people, we done bucked so long, people kind of winding down, the music is still playing, but, you know, people outside now, we mingling. So my dog, Roy, Fred, stay in the inside. They talking to some females. Me and Thomas go outside. First, I'm outside by myself, and he eventually come out there and find me. So when I go outside, I see Tariq's other brother. This is brother that he grew up and lived with, and Chase, his name Chase. They actually brothers. So I'm hollering at him, we chopping it or whatever. They got this other dude named Jim. This is the second time when some tension or something happens in the room. So, and it's not even in the room, but like I say, when you sober, you feel it, and you watching all this shit happen. So Jim, he looking at Chase, he just looking at him. He like, you been acting like a real bitch. Like, I don't know what's going on, but you been bitching, son. Like, you tripping. Like, Chase like, man, what the fuck? Like, man, you been bitching, son. You don't fuck with me no more. Like, what's up with that, man? You supposed to be my dog. You don't fuck with me, son. What's wrong? Like, what's good? So by me saying that, you get what type of drunk person he is. He the type that, man, I love you, dog. I miss you, son. Get all, like, overly touchy and want to hug and dap you off and start being sentimental and shit like that. So the only problem is that now he's, man, you a bitch. You don't want to fuck with me. I should slap the fuck out you. You know you supposed to be fucking with me. So he's screaming this shit. So Chase look at him. Like, the only reason I'm sparing you is because I know you drunk as a bitch right now. So dude steadily going. So Chase say, keep going, son. I'm gonna slap the fuck out you, son. You tripping. And the only reason I'm sparing you, he say this shit for a second time, because I know you drunk as fuck right now. So dude Jim like, but I'm saying though, I should smack the fuck out you, son. You doing that shit bad. Dude, Chase don't do no more talk. He straight pull his shirt off. Woo. He got a wife beat on underneath. Like, man, what up, son? He put his set up. I immediately pulled Chase to the side. So then somebody go run and grab Tariq. I pulled Chase all the way in there. He's still fighting through me. Pull him to the corner. I pull him back to the cut to where the door and the stairs is to the apartment. So Tariq come out. He hold Chase. He calm him down. Tim is coming up soon as I turn around. I pulled Tim to the side. I'm like, man, come holler at me. So I keep saying Tim. I don't know why I keep saying Tim. The dude named Jim. So Jim pull him around the corner. Calming him down. So he's drunk, so he just saying the same thing he said to Chase. But I'm saying, though, he's supposed to fuck with me. If that's my dog and he not fucking with me, I should slap him for that, right? He acting like a bitch, right? He bitching, right? So I'm like, yeah, son, yes. I'm just trying to calm him down, bro. Like, man, we don't need to be doing this, bro. There's no reason for you to be acting like this. You got this man hot and you just drunk as a bitch. So one problem I found with myself, bro, is that people like talking to me, son. Like, especially when somebody drunk, I don't just, which I should do, just like, all right, man, like, okay, it's dead. Like, I listen to him. So I'm not necessarily going back and forth with what he's saying, but I'm, yeah, you're right, son. You're right, but it's good. So as soon as I tell him he's right, he starts all over again. Now he's talking in circles. He starts the story from the top. But I'm saying, though, he's my dog. Why he not fucking with me? I got the right to slap the fuck out of him, right? So I'm like, yeah. He starts it. I'm like, all right, check this out. I'm about to go check on Tariq. Just stay right here. So I walk off, push off of him. So second time, the tension had just risen up around in this bitch today. So I'm just watching. Like, I'm noticing I'm naturally just doing this shit. So I push off, people just kind of looking and not really saying too much. So Chase straight in the corner, bro. So the dude, Jim, he got like a nice car and it's loud as a bit. So he parked his shit literally right in front of the apartment. I watched this nigga pull into the spot. Like, nobody just so happened to be in this one spot in front of the apartments because he's drunk. The attention is what he wants. His confidence is up. He wants somebody to come say, ooh, your car nice, week. Yeah, so he pulls into the spot and start revving his shit. So we like, man, turn that shit off, man. This late as a bitch. Like, they got people here, bro. Like, turn that shit off, man. Like, what's the point of you revving your shit up? So we eventually, I got shit all in my nose, man. My bad. But so we calm dude down, get him out the whip or whatever, and he turned the shit off. So now his bagged in. So this the only person whose car I knew that was bagged in like this. So, you know, naturally, I just hop up on the hood of that, on the trunk of that bit. I was standing right next to that bit. So I hop on the hood of that bit. I'm on the trunk of that bit. So another, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes go by. The dude, Jim, he standing on the sidewalk in front of me. He not on his trunk. I'm sitting on his trunk by myself. So my dog, Roy, he ended up eventually making his way out. So now it's me, Thomas, Fred, Roy, Tariq, Chase. They all went back inside. And we just kind of mingling. It's the end of the party, like, you know, trying to scope the scene, seeing if they got shorties out, seeing who look nice, seeing what's up. So they full of the out. They not drunk as a bitch, but they full of the out a little bit. So a little bit feeling themselves. I ain't gonna say they a little bit feeling the out, but a little bit feeling themselves. So anybody going by, they shooting that. Especially Roy, man. Roy, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Like, he just gonna have a conversation with you. And, you know, if it lead to that, he lead to that. Like, he real smooth. I ain't gonna get it. I give it to dude. He real smooth, like, you know, and if you speak to a shorty, she know you want him, like, just off the simple fact that dude come, he might bag you, for sure. So, anything walking, like, one girl walked, he talking to the friend keep on walking, he like, I bet he got shorty number. The friend, they hold their hands, but one is in front of the other one, pulling the other one out. He grabbed the other one hand, start talking to shorty, get her number too. These friends that just watched each other give dude the number don't care. So he just, boom. So then the dude who I was speaking about earlier, who was bucking in the party, he walks by. So when he walks by, it just so happened that a girl that Roy was hollering at the moment was like, oh no, that's my boyfriend right there. That's my boyfriend right there. So like I said, he was drunk. So he grabbed, matter of fact, he don't even grab him. He grabbed him by the neck like this. Like, man, this is my girl, man. You tripping. Or like, shit, my bad, cuz. Like, my bad, cuz. You know, you got that. So dude walk off and dude walk by. And he like, man, nigga tripping fucking with my sister. So he like, huh? Just keep saying this shit. So apparently, the girl, that wasn't her boyfriend. That was her brother. Wasn't even her real brother, her fake brother. But she just, you know, as an excuse for the push off of Roy, this is my man right here, as the shorty do. So they push off. Dudes just come back. He's saying the same shit. He like, man, nigga tripping fucking with my sister, man. You tripping. So he stopping from Roy, because Roy just looking at him like this. He like, nigga tripping fucking with my sister. So Roy look at him. He said, one thing I know, a nigga not worrying about none of that shit. And dude walk off. So he walks across the parking lot to the other side. So dude, like, man, nigga tripping. Now he bucking after he done walked off. He bucking. So Roy just like, man, all I gotta say is a nigga is not worried about none of that pussy ass shit, man. Nigga is not worrying about none of that shit. He said that shit out loud and walked up and down the seat. He said that shit like 2 or 3 times. He ain't look right at dude, but he's screaming it loud as a bitch. People looking, because people don't know if dude's serious, what's going on. Roy walking up and down, and Roy just screaming that shit out loud. So boom, he come back over here. So then, like 2 minutes later, 2 people call Roy over there. They like, hey, your name Roy? He like, yeah. They like, man, they want you in that corner over there. So me, probably halfway being overprotected, but also being the only sober one, is they right under the cut by the stairs. Where I'm sitting at on the back of the dude car, I never moved off his trunk. I could see, but I only could see like the first 2 stairs. After that, I can't see if you walk around the stairs and go back towards the apartment. So me, I just take a glance and I look like, man, that just seemed real suspect. Dude, you just got into it and all of a sudden somebody want to see you in the corner and somebody else sent them to come get you. So dude walk over there and I just kind of hop down and just peek my head over. All I see is a big Kool-Aid smile and a nigga doing like this. and Too Shorty sitting on the stairs. So, man, that nigga smooth, man. So, walk back, hop on the back of the truck. I keep saying truck, the trunk. So, hop on the trunk. As I sitting down, I'm just looking. Me, Fred, and Thomas still out here. Like another 2 minutes go by. A dude just walk up, random nigga walk up. Jim still been sitting right here the whole time too. He hadn't said a word. He just looking. So a nigga walk up. He like, stop the nigga. He like, and the nigga, the random nigga just walking by, he stop him. He say, you must not know this nigga, huh? He point at Fred. You must not know this nigga, huh? Fred dude like, no, the fuck? He like, man, you must not know who this nigga is, man. You must not know who this nigga is, man. You tripping, you must not know who this nigga is. So, naturally, as any nigga would, man, I don't give a fuck who this nigga is, man. So, Fred looking at him. So, he just looking at him. He ain't saying shit, he just looking at him. Because when he said, you look at a nigga, you say that shit, you gonna look him up and down. So when you come up, you coming up into me like, well, just checking your temperature type shit, some nigga shit. So dude look at him. So dude walk up to Fred. So when he walk up to Fred, another nigga come out of nowhere. Feel like the nigga came out of nowhere. Nigga, the shorter nigga. Both of these niggas like, Fred like 6'3", dude probably like 6'1". So he walk up to dude. The other dude come from behind him. He like a little closer to my height. He put his hands between them. He like, man, that man just got out of jail, man. Don't worry about that nigga, man. Don't worry about that nigga. If you a real nigga, you know what that mean, man. Don't even stunt, dude. So, dude like, yeah. So, Fred like, bet. So once dude had started saying that, I jumped off the trunk because now you got a nigga from your side trying to calm shit down. I wasn't gonna be the only dumbass nigga to be trying to calm niggas down in between shit. Both of these niggas tall, like, shit, they just gonna look over me trying to calm this shit down and talk to each other. So once he pulling him back, I pull Fred back. Fred like, man, I'm straight, man. I'm not tripping. Like, I wasn't even into it with dude. So I'm like, bet. So I hop back on the trunk of the car. Literally, out the peripheral of my, like, it's not even peripheral. Like, it's like behind me on some shit. I see a dude with a white shirt coming up. And I see another nigga behind him. He got a drink in his hand. And he grabbing dude's shirt, but he not really pulling him. Maybe that's what made me notice that dude was just, like, when a nigga pulling you from the back and, like, he moving his foot left and right, but he not really trying to pull you. He just kind of following behind you. I noticed that. It's the dude that just walked up to Fred. So he like, what you clutching? What you clutching on? Baby, we could bring the guns out. Dude keeps saying that shit. We could bring the guns out. So before he can make it all the way up to step onto the sidewalk and get up to Fred, I jump off the trunk of the car and I put my hands out. I mean, I just talked to dudes now. I'm like, what the problem is? He like, man, fuck that. So he pushed my hands down and he tried to walk past me. So when he pushed my shit down, I immediately push my shit up and push him back, and my shit stiff. So he trying to push my shit like he just did, but he can't because my shit stiff. So I'm like, man, what the problem is, bro? What the problem is? He like, man, fuck that. So his dude that was pulling his shirt ended up pulling him back. So pulled him back. Then Fred like, man, fuck no, man, we got to go now. Because when he pulled dude back, dude was talking about roids. I didn't have no rod on me. I can't say if Fred did or didn't have his rod on him. But, man, I'm like, no, man, fuck no, man. So Fred like, man, we got to strike. We got to get the fuck from around here, man. I don't see dude. I don't know where he went. Like, we assed out right now. So we walk all the way. Like I said, it's a long sidewalk. The end of the sidewalk, it's a drop off. The cars parked along the side of the right, and they parked all along the front where the little entrance and the walkway and the stairs is. So we walk all the way down the sidewalk. So me and Fred walk all the way down that bitch. The dude, Thomas, he walking behind us. He hadn't said nothing the whole time. So as we walk down the sidewalk, we like, man, where the fuck is Roy? Why isn't Roy coming? Dude that just told Roy to come on. So soon as I turn around, we expecting to go, we about to walk back to go see Roy, expecting Roy to be behind us. The nigga who just calmed the shit down is behind us, bro. So the nigga that was calming the shit down with me, that's like my height. So he walking up fast Be like, but I'm saying though, man, what type of games you playing? Y'all niggas bringing Roy's out. He just keeps saying that shit. So I'm like, man, what the fuck is y'all talking about? I thought y'all just deaded this shit, man. He like, man, fuck that. Man, fuck that. It's over with. So, man, Fred at the end of the sidewalk, now he walking up just slow. Still got his hands like kind of holding his pants. So you know how a nigga gonna hold that shit up like by they belt, by they button of their pants where they belt go. So Fred walking up. Man, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Fred walking up, bro. This nigga, I'm calling him Kobe. As Fred walks up, now I'm like in the middle of these niggas. No homo, like these niggas sandwiching me. They that close. So this nigga look at him. He not even worrying about me. He look at him. He starts swinging them bitches around me. Cause dude like my height, he just starts swinging around me. So I push him off. When I push him, another nigga, it's like, this shit happened so fast. A nigga sneak Fred from behind. Like, the bitch was so hard that it brought Fred to his knees. It brought him to his knees. As soon as I seen that, I immediately turned to dude Kobe that's coming towards me. I just dive. So I'm diving. So as I'm diving through this shit, it's crazy. Like I could recite this shit because I'm watching all this shit happening all at once. I see like three. It had to have been 3 or 4 niggas on Fred. Now Fred, when they dropped him to his knees, he's so long that he reaches his arms out. Like I said, we at the front of the apartments. So he grabs the railing of somebody's balcony where he got dropped down to his knees trying to pick himself up. But dudes start swinging on Fred while he down. So that was the last sight of Fred I seen. Him, hands on the rail, head down, trying to push himself up, niggas punching him. So the dude, Kobe, me and him fighting. It probably was 10 seconds, me and him just throwing licks. I swear to God, bro, it's a nigga, he was just watching the whole time. A nigga watching, on my periphery, I'm seeing, dude. All of a sudden, a nigga just start throwing long bitches at me. So we throwing a bitch, and now I'm trying to step his shit, and now the nigga Kobe starting to hit me free fall, straight in the face, hitting me with them bitches. So I'm stepping back, dude so long that I'm stepping back at first, but dude still hitting me like right here in my chest. So I'm like, man, fuck no. So I try to step, like long steps back. So I'm stepping back long, and fuck, man, like I say, the way the fucking the shit is, like it's a sidewalk. But you know, if you got a truck, you could pull up and the front part of your truck, your hood, will be over the fucking sidewalk. So I step, all of a sudden I feel like I run into some shit. Like I back into went just like this. Like my back, it was like at a curve. Like my chest was forward, but like my head and my legs was like back. Like a nigga really hit a brick wall. So when I hit this fucking brick wall, son, man, I'm over it. I'm over it at this point. Like I'm fair game. I'm wide open. Like trying to catch my balance, shake back. Man, nigga just push me to the ground. Man, when nigga push me to the ground, bro, I immediately just feel like when you feeling this, bro. A nigga told me this shit and I didn't believe this shit till it happened to me, son. But you could feel every type of shoe somebody got that's stumping you. I felt Jordan 1s. I felt Air Forces. Like you could feel like the little circle on the bottom of your Air Force and the lines like going around. I felt this shit. Like the crazy part is that them bitches feel soft. Like it feel like rubber. Like the shit don't hurt. What hurt it though is like, and this shit, bro, it fucked me up when I think about this shit every time, bro. Cause like out of my whole life, like so far, son, this was like the most vulnerable position I've ever been in. I'm on the ground in a ball. Like, you know, when you see a nigga on the ground in a ball, man, you just automatically think like just the worst. Like, man, I just remember seeing niggas get stumped out. Like, it's just a bad position for you as a man to be put in and then for somebody to see you in. So I'm on the ground, man. I remember I'm in a ball. Like I'm already, when I go to a ball, I feel like a bitch going into a ball. But it's like, I'm on the ground, son. Like, I'm at first I tried to get up, but it was over with. I couldn't because feet pushing me down every time I get up. So then, as I got my guard up, my shit not right above my face is like this. So I feel a nigga. This the only lick I felt that felt like something. A nigga kicked me with the point of his shit right in my eye. right on my shit. Luckily, my shit was closed. This nigga hit me right on the shit of my eye, like a nigga kicking a football. Bah! And I swear, I felt my eye. It felt like an instant. Like, as soon as the nigga kicked me, man, my shit blew up. Like, by the time, between this and when I got to the car, my shit was closed and my shit was blew up. So, nigga ended up pushing me up. So, I remember it was a shorty. It was WAP and Kaylin. I mean, WAP and Kaylin is the same person. It was WAP and a girl named Bailey. I never forget this shit, bro. They the only people when I looked up that was right there, man. Like, I didn't see Fred ass. I didn't see the nigga Thomas. I didn't see Roy. I didn't see Young Reed, Tyree. I didn't see Chase, bro. I didn't see not one person I knew that I came out there with that was my dog when I looked up, son. When I looked up. So I get up, man, I'm dusting myself off, man. I feel like, bro, this is, man, like you feel so like worthless, like, man, like that's the worst I ever felt, son. Like shit, like a piece of like nothing, like nigga didn't care shit about me, just not like. So I get up and dusting myself off. I ain't got no shoe or my phone. I say fuck both of them. So I don't even try to look for my shit. Once I look around and I don't see it, I'm not finna look around for my shit, man. Like, I'm lucky I had my fucking keys on me, son. So, man, I get up, man, probably, like, as I'm dusting myself off, like, 20 seconds later, I see all these niggas run up to me. Man, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened, son? What the fuck happened? I said, man, them niggas jumped us, man. They crowded us, man. Like, I'm not even mad at nobody. Like, just how I said it, Like, you know, you just, like, man, that's the worst feeling. Like, bro. So, man, we walking, bro. We walking. And so, long story short, young Roy had this shit happen so fast, was still talking to the shorties. Chase and Tyree, they was inside the shit, so they didn't know nothing went on. The whole situation from the nigga saying, you don't know who these niggas is, the nigga Jim, they didn't see none of this shit. The nigga Jim, man, that was the last time I seen that nigga, bro. Then I see Thomas at the end of the sidewalk. Then I see Fred. So Fred like, man, oh fuck no, man. Oh fuck no. Oh fuck no, man. Like, man, what the fuck happened? What the fuck you mean? Like, man, I chased them niggas. I started trying to fight with them niggas, bro. So I like, Thomas, what the fuck you was, son? He like, man, I was fighting them niggas, man. I was fighting them niggas. I'm the one who got them niggas off of you. Who you think stopped them niggas from stomping on you? I'm like, damn, son, that's fucked up. So, man, get in the car. So, get to the thing. Roy and that bitch flashing. When he flashed, he's, man, like, red in this nigga. Like, only thing he think about is red, bro. Like, man, like, you can hear them dude voice, man. Like, I'm in the bitch, like, man, I'm flashing because I seen the shit go on. I was sober, so I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Oh, fuck no, man. Nigga could be getting on your ass. Where the fuck was you at? Fuck what a nigga should have been, because Roy, like, man, oh no, man. Like, Roy thinking about every possibility that could happen. He thinking the nigga set us up. He trying to figure out why the fuck Chase and Tyree wasn't there. He trying to figure out who the fuck pulled him to the side. What type of shit was that to set up from the start? Man, he thinking all type of shit. He like, man, oh fuck no. So then, the last thing this nigga said what made me flash, like, man, fuck no, man. And them boys snakes, man. Them boys snakes. I'm like, man, the fuck? Man, fuck no, man. Fuck no. Shut the fuck up, son. Cause that shit, just like I could say that, I don't know where the fuck you was at, nigga. You in the car selling your side. Let me hear what the fucking nigga got to say. So he like, all right, bet. So we pull up to the McDonald's. So then that bitch Chase ended up calling Roy shit. He like, man, what the fuck happened? You know what happens after a skedaddle like this. Like, what the fuck happened, man? What the fuck happened, son? So they running it. Every nigga just telling their stories or people telling them. So nigga like Chase like, man, Corn, I got your phone and your shoe, bro. I'm like, bet. So the nigga pull up on us at the McDonald's. So he like, man, you down bad. He pointing at Tom. He's like, boy, you down bad, boy. You down bad, boy. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, all these niggas pointing fingers is what I'm thinking about. Then I got my hand over my shit. When I pull my shit down, it's already swole, but that bitch, like, hurting. And now this bitch, I just got my hand over that shit. I'm just, like, literally just got my head down. Like, man, y'all niggas tripping, bro. Y'all niggas tripping, man. He like, man, you down bad, boy. Like, nigga said you ran. Nigga pointing at Thomas. Nigga said you ran. Nigga said you ran, boy. I'm like, man, fuck no. He said, on my mama, bro. Nigga said, the nigga that y'all was fighting said, when he came in the house, the nigga said, man, what a nigga in the black? What a nigga in the black? That's who I want. That's the one I really want. That's the one I really want. That's the one I... Like, why the fuck they saying that? He's like, man, because as soon as that shit happened, they say, dude looked at him and started chasing him. He turned around and took flight. I'm like, man, fuck no, man. Fuck no, man. So I came with Thomas, bro. I'm like, man, I hear that, man, but at the end of the day, we just fought the nigga. I don't give a fuck what they said. That's what your word is. What you said. That's what happened, bro. That's what I'm saying at this time. So I'm like, yeah, that shit cool. Time goes on like a day or two. I talked to Chase again about it. He like, man, even the hoe said, because the hoe knew Thomas. So she like, man, Thomas ran, man. They got hoes saying that shit, man. They got hoes saying that shit, man. So I'm like, damn, son. Damn. So, like, these next few days, bro, I'm just thinking about this shit, man. Like, all the thoughts about this shit start playing through in my head. And the reason why I say this shit opened my eyes up to so much, bro, because as I think about this shit, bro, number one, I started to think about all the possibilities. You know how your mind can do. So, like I said, dude said when dude came in the house. So my thing is, I'm trying to figure out why dude felt cool enough to come in the house with y'all niggas and talk to y'all. Why did y'all not get on these niggas' ass, right? So they not really, like, explaining no shit. Like, a lot of shit just not making sense. Niggas saying they went go catch my shake back, but then I'm just listening to niggas talk. Niggas saying, like, no, they ain't fight, but they was finna fight. Or they was thinking about catching a friendly, you know. But niggas not, like, I'm listening, bro. I'm not saying words. I'm just letting niggas tell me stories. So, like, I'm at a point where I don't want to talk to nobody. I feel like everybody did some fuck shit. You know, the only person that got some say-so is Fred. I ain't even talk to Fred like that usually because me, Fred, and Roy had a group message, but usually when I talk to Fred, it's through Roy. Roy be on the phone, and then nigga just set the phone up on FaceTime, and I just kick it with Fred. So I don't really call Fred too much about it. I just text that nigga, ask him if he's straight, like, man, I'm guap, you know. That nigga didn't have no physical damage. So, I'm like, bet. So, these days, I just don't fuck with anybody. I don't talk to nobody. So, like I said, all these possibilities started playing in my head. And as I started thinking about it, what made me really just look at life so differently is because, like, as I started thinking about it, bro, I started feeling so many different feelings. I was, like, happy because nothing happened. Like, man, like, I could look back at that shit and laugh. Like, man, nigga really stumped me out, bro. Like, that shit didn't even hurt. Like, man, like, nigga was out there bad. I ain't never get jumped before I could tell somebody this shit, bro. And just think about back at the dude Jim just getting into it with niggas, like, just drunk. Like, I'm like, man, niggas crazy out there out. So it's like I could laugh at it, but then I was like sad because, like, man, I felt like I couldn't trust nobody, bro. Like, everybody's story it's not making 100% sense. Like, you're not explaining that shit to me right. Like, you know, it just seemed like you trying to cover up something. I just got that vibe from everybody that I spoke to about this, or that you trying to save your own ass instead of just saying, like, what's good. And, like, then you might say some shit that I'm not fucking with. Like, you still talking to a nigga, or you still fucking with a nigga. So then I felt like fear, because it's like, man, what if when a nigga said Fred was, you know, bringing out iron and playing with rods and taking the rods out, a nigga ain't walk straight to the car and just air that bitch out, because niggas do that. I got a video on this bitch in a club where 2-3 niggas got shot. We watched this shit happen right in front of us. Nigga hand a nigga a rod, and a nigga bust in the club, run out, another nigga come up. I'm talking about as close as I am right now. I'm in the front seat if I can reach my hand out, the nigga was in the front of my hood. Like, that's how close the shit was. And I'm thinking, like, bro, man, it was nothing for, like, me to lose my life out there. A nigga kicked me in my eye, I could have lost my eye out there. Like, man, it was just so many emotions ran through a nigga, bro. And all this shit hit me so hard because this shit happening to me right now, bro. And it's like real life shit and these real emotions that I'm really feeling. Like, it opened my eyes to so much shit, bro. Like, it just made me realize, man, at the end of the day, you're a man and you got to make sure you straight, regardless of who you got that you love around you, that you feel like gonna take care of you at the end of the day, that's gonna make sure you're not straight. They have niggas like that, and I believe my niggas is like that, but you never know how a situation could play out where a nigga fucking with shorties and a nigga in the house fucking with shorties. You can't get mad at a nigga like a nigga doing what a nigga do at a party. The only nigga I could be really mad with was Thomas. That's the only nigga to this day I haven't spoke with. Like, because you got niggas speaking directly on you. Everybody else is trying to explain their shit, and it's just like, man, I gotta be there for myself if nobody gonna be. Cause there's gonna be times where, like, I can't control what somebody else gonna do for me. Even if it was drawn up perfectly and it was a straight one-on-one with everybody. Who's to say my niggas was gonna be there? A nigga Thomas ran. That was automatically one nigga off. And it made me realize, bro, I want to always be prepared, regardless of what's going on in life. If it's some violence I need to be ready for, if it's something in my life like financials, goals, depressions I need to be ready for, times when I ain't got no money coming in, I need to have money on the back burner. Like, it made me understand, bro, I gotta be my own man and I gotta be here for myself because nobody else gonna be here for me all the way like I can be here for me. I know I'm gonna die about myself, my morals and what I stand on. I know for a fact I'm gonna die on them every time. I can't predict what another man gonna do for me. I can't predict another man gonna give me an opportunity to save myself from being broke. I can't depend on another man for to supply me with the resources to get up and go get it. Even if a man supplies me with the resources to get up and go get it, there has to be somebody or something in me to make me use these resources to get up and go get it. I gotta create my own version, my best version of myself, bro. I gotta be working towards improving myself every day. And all this shit hit me because these emotions, I felt them so real. Like, bro, it was worse. These emotions hit me worse than breaking up with a girl I was dealing with for like 4-5 years, bro. Like it was that serious, bro. And so it just fucked me up, son. It fucked me up. It took me a long time for the, get back cool and cordial with people. And, to this day, this happened 2 years ago, I can say the relationship with everybody involved is different. Every nigga involved, the relationship is different. It's not the same as it was when I went into this day. Because of this day. I'm still cool with basically everybody. Some more than others. Roy and Tyree being my actual day one, I still talk to them hella. But it's just different, And to wrap this shit full circle, bro, the niggas that we got in a fight with was the nigga Pig who promoted the party. Blood, grow up together, same mama, same daddy, brothers. I don't know about same daddy, but same mama, brothers. These niggas, we were supposed to get to this party early. We got to this bitch late. And we was all supposed to introduce ourselves to each other so we knew who is whose people. So in this bitch, in case something does happen with somebody, we all know, okay, cool, I know you, what you call them people, man, it's dead. Like, we coolin'. Or if something happens to somebody else, we all know who's on the same side. So we can all go address what's going on. And it's like us versus anybody else type shit. We got there late, the shit didn't happen. And all that shit happened because of that. That's why I be like, man, you got to give shit to God because nobody can write this shit out but him. But like, so many variables that played in this shit, that shit could have went a different way, but it didn't. You know for a fact how it happened to you had to happen that way because that's how he planned it. And so you got to take what's there to be taken from these situations, bro. Like, the things that God reveals to you through these situations, it takes you having to learn the hard way. Niggas, we are hard-headed. You know, niggas meaning boys, niggas meaning actual niggas, like black folk, like we hard-headed. We got to burn our hand before we know not to touch the stove. Mama could tell us all the time, but until we go through it, I ain't gonna know. I can't put my faith or trust in everybody like I thought. I can't expect me out of everybody every time like I can for myself. I know I gotta at least be able to stand on my own enough for my partners to come help me. You follow what I'm saying? Or, man, I gotta be able to peep a situation and shut it down. You did what I'm saying? But it start with confidence, bro. And this brought me on the road to that, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much how this shit went, bro. This shit it fucked me up. So to this day, the shit that I'm learning and everything I'm accomplishing, everything I posted on this channel is because of this situation, bro. I wouldn't even started doing this shit if it wasn't for that. I wouldn't have started doing that CDL shit if it wasn't for that. I wouldn't have stepped outside of drinking, smoking every now and then, going to work at a grocery store, trying to make music for God knows how long, bro. And if I did, I would have been running on the coattails of somebody around me, running off the coattails of Fade and the success he getting, trying to get him to put me on somewhere, bro. But I realized, like, you got to start with yourself and you got to be there for yourself, bro. So with that said, I'm gone.